2, 1. Hey everyone, I hope you're having an awesome day. I know it's been a while since I've done a Facebook Live because do you remember my sound issue and how sad that was? The week I released my program, my sound didn't work. But anyway, so fingers crossed, it works today. So if you can hear me, then that's good news. So I am here with my friend Stephanie. And I've actually known Stephanie, gosh, like probably 15 years, you think?
Probably.
Yeah. So our parents were next door neighbors, and she reached out to me about a month ago and said that she wanted to give my program a try. So if you see the link on this Facebook, that's the program I'm talking about. It's just my 28-day Eat Well program. And she has been on it for what, about a week and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, week and a half. She started it. Her husband started it, and also her son started it too. So it's kind of like a family affair, which is amazing. I think it's always easier to eat healthy and reach your goals when you're all together doing it as a group. Okay, so I wanted to know, I have a couple questions for you, and maybe you can just share your experience.
Okay.
Why did you decide to join the program?
So I've always kind of had in my mind that I wanted to eat healthier. You know, being a mom and having a lot of kids, I just kind of eat what my kids eat, like macaroni and cheese and peanut butter and jelly and whatever. But in the back of my head, I've always thought, I need to take better care of my body. My dad is a huge health fitness person, and he always is it's not about your weight necessarily, it's about your heart. And anyway, so I've always, in the back of my mind, I've always just been I need to eat healthier, I need to take better care of my body. You know, and then I've always thought, I always hear, you'll have more energy, you'll feel better, you'll sleep better. So there's a lot of things like that. I just wanted to try it. I wanted to try to set a better example for my kids as well.
That's awesome.
So.
And it's really hard as a mom to find the time and the energy to eat healthy. And I think sometimes it seems like a daunting task, right? Because you're and when my kids were little too, I would, finish their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, have a couple bites of mac and cheese, all of that stuff. So I totally get it. Okay. So what was your experience with the meal plan? Because let's face it, everyone is always worried about the food, and I get it. It's tricky to have to prepare certain things or to cook from scratch because pretty much everything in my program is whole foods. So guess what? You have to cook it from scratch.
Yes.
So how has that been, getting the meal prep done and the food preparation?
It actually has been pretty easy.
Okay.
I mean, it was a little bit of an adjustment. I don't know. I think it's been pretty, it's been easy.
You don't feel like you're spending hours and hours in the kitchen?
No. Yeah. I mean, and even for after doing it for a week, last night, my kids were just eating leftovers from the weekend because we had a lot of other stuff we were doing. And I told Brian, I'm let's just eat what they're eating. And he was no, we need to eat this. And so you start to actually I feel we start to want to eat healthier,
right?
Too, it gets worth it to spend a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's worth it. And this is the other thing too, is that Stephanie, this is what I love. She's been doing the workouts with her son, who is he 10?
He's 10.
He's 10. Okay, and he's this awesome athlete. He's a football star. But they've been tough, right? The workouts are tough.
Yes. Well, I've never really worked out before.
Oh,
well, a little bit here and there, but never a lot. And my son was hey, I want to lose a little bit of weight because I think he felt it a little bit in football this year. And so I was okay, I need a buddy.
A buddy. It's nice to have a buddy when you're doing a plan, for sure.
He's been doing it, and he eats the food with us. He eats not as strict for lunch and dinner. He eats a little bit of other stuff, but he does the breakfast every morning completely. And then with dinner, he does eat healthier, though. He'll eat a sweet potato with some chicken. That's awesome. Because he's a little picky with greens. And
You guys, a 10-year-old eating sweet potatoes, that's amazing, right? Yeah. Hi, Melina, how are you? Oh, I wish I was in Miami right now because it's cold here, huh, Stephanie?
It's freezing. I
bet it's like 80 degrees where you are. Okay, now tell me some of the successes that you had. So she's got, you sent me a text a couple days ago, and what did that text say?
So I have a pair of jeans that are size 24 that I haven't been able to fit into for about a year. And after doing her program for just 1 week, I put them on and I could zip them up and button them and they fit.
So that's so awesome. Isn't that the best feeling when you can put on your favorite pair of jeans? So Stephanie, the main reason she wanted to join our challenge was not necessarily to lose weight, although that is a side effect of joining my program, but she just wanted to feel better. And don't you think that it's truly from the inside out? So many trainers will start and just say, okay, let's get you food. Let's get you, on this super hard workout program, but the food isn't clean. Mm-hmm. It's got a lot of artificial sweeteners in it, a lot of artificial flavors, all the stuff that is not really, you might end up losing weight in the end, but you're not really healing your body from the inside out.
I think like with eating whole foods, I think we feel, you don't feel like heavy.
Right. It's like a lightness. Yeah. You feel satisfied.
Yes.
But you don't feel weighed down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what my husband was saying, because he used to love going and getting like a ribeye or lots of greasy food. And he was saying like, I feel just like lighter.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, like I don't feel bloated after I eat.
Yeah.
I don't. So that's what I've loved is I just feel like I have more energy and I just feel better.
That's great. And you know what? It's easier for your body to process the whole foods, like plain and simple. And then, look at that. Let's see. Oh, it is hot and comfortable in Miami. That's so awesome. But not fond of veggies. Okay. And it's hard. It's hard to get kids to eat vegetables.
But you don't even know. Like, I hate cucumbers and I hate peppers. And so I've never, cut them up for my kids. I just never get them.
Right.
But my husband loves that stuff. And so I went to Costco and just got a bunch of it. And my girls actually will sit around the table with my husband and eat tomatoes with salt and pepper and then peppers.
That's so funny.
And they're like, we love peppers. So it's, I think the more you try, I don't know, getting your kids to try it.
Exposing them to it. And I tell people too, leading by example is huge, and sure enough, they'll come around to it. And I have a 14-year-old son that just wants to eat pizza and hamburgers all the time. And he just said, why don't you just go ahead and buy pizzas that we can just microwave? And he knows I won't buy that. So instead, we'll get a wrap, like a pita bread, and then he can make his own pizza with it. It takes him 5 minutes, but I think it's great to actually have them start preparing stuff, because at 18, when they go to college, they're not going to know how to cook. Mm-mm. And so I think it's great to use the whole foods and to cook from scratch, and they can find really simple, and that's what my program's about. Simple recipes, simple meals that don't take hours and hours to prepare. So one thing about Stephanie and her husband is her husband's a physician, and so he does not have a lot of time, or really any time. So this has been kind of a big change for him, but she literally just told me that in 10 days, he's lost 15 pounds. That is incredible, because he didn't really have 15 pounds to lose. He just seemed like a really trim guy. But I think it's just, he's eating better. He's probably being more conscious of what he's eating. He's not going, to get burgers and stuff as much.
He eats the breakfast with me every morning. And then he doesn't eat out at restaurants. But the biggest thing I think is that he comes home and he eats. And then he has to chart his patients at night when he gets home. Yeah. And instead of grabbing a bag of goldfish or Swedish fish and eating the whole thing, he cuts up tomatoes.
Yeah.
And
so great.
And I honestly think instead of drinking Mountain Dew, he's drinking more water.
Yes. That'll do it right there. If you're a soda drinker, just cutting that out is huge. And giving up soda is really, really hard for people. So
he hasn't Yeah, not quite all the way yet, but
yeah,
even, you know, going just one every other day, and
right.
I don't know, it's all helping him.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your experience with everyone. And if you have any questions, let me know. You can always message me, and I can answer them. But once you join my challenge, you're invited into my private community. And so I'm there just to help you along the way. Okay, Ari. She says that she sets out veggies on the table and the kids, because they are out and can see them. That is such a good idea. I taught at a conference this last weekend, and I talked about even just getting like a muffin tin, if you have a muffin tin, and putting like carrots in one and snow peas in the other one, and always having like a yummy dip with it. I love tzatziki is one of my favorite dips. Actually, at Costco, they have a lot of really good healthy dips. And then, like, while I'm cooking dinner, they're just snacking on that instead of asking for other stuff. So, anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for those of you that have joined in. And I'll see you next week.